BEBC in the house. Coach Sips here, let's hear him out. Sippin' with Sip, yeah, we talking that game. Allen Eagles pride, you remember the name. On the court, in the gym, we keeping it lit. Pour it up, tune it in, Sippin' with Sip. From tip off to the buzzer, we bringing the heat. BEBC, riding with the team, can't be beat. Fast breaks, big plays, Eagles never slip. Pour it up, run it back, yeah, Sippin' with Sip.
Episode number 2 of Sipping with Sip, guys. Hey, everybody.
BS. Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
That's the wrong one.
Sorry.
Hey, Coach.
My bad.
How are y'all? Thanks for having me.
Man, we're trying to stay warm.
I know.
Up until about an hour ago, I forgot to come out here to the shop and turn the heat on. And so I had to run out here just before dinner and turn the heat on. And it's still a little bit chilly in here, so.
But I guess that's first world problems when you have to you can turn the heat on in the shop.
Nice.
Well, it's been a couple weeks. We took a week off because y'all decided you want to go to Hawaii for a while.
Get out the cold.
And yeah, you did. How was the temperature out there? Mid-80s?
So nice. I mean, 80 degrees. The water was warm. I mean, it felt like summertime here. It was beautiful.
Yeah, my my daughter lives out there, and it's 82 to that every day and 69 every night. It's kind of what she deals with.
Yeah,
so
it's a nice place. That was my first time visiting, and my wife told me we got to go back soon.
Okay, well let's
you
start
need to
there.
Go to Maui.
That's what she said. Yeah.
We can start with your Hawaii trip, and I guess before we get into basketball, it's just like tell us what you were able to do with the team while you were there outside of basketball.
Yeah, it was really neat. 6 of our 15 kids. Sorry if you hear in the background, Boston's not eating dinner, so Lindsay's yelling at him. So I'm sorry. There's background noise.
You tell Boston, we'll talk to him about that.
Discipline.
If he doesn't eat dinner, no more country burger.
I know.
Have him run laps.
Sorry for the interruption. So if y'all hear some side noise, it's kiddos. But the Hawaii trip was it was amazing. 6 of our kids have never seen a beach before. That was their first time to ever see a beach.
Wow.
So that made it even more special when we got there. We got to set our things down and we ran over to the beach because we were about a mile away. And to see their eyes for the first time they've ever seen a beach was literally like Christmas morning for Boston when he was 4. It was the coolest experience. I'm glad, I got to witness that with them. I did tell them I'm going to ruin the beach life for the rest of their life because Galveston and South Padre is nothing like this.
No.
But it was really neat. We didn't have a ton of downtime, so we didn't get to do a ton of fun things. We wanted to go to hike Diamond Head, but you have to make reservations and there's different time slots. So we couldn't make that work. So the seniors asked me, hey, can we just look up a random hike and just go do it kind of off the reservation? And I was like, yeah. So me and a couple of coaches, we left a couple of coaches back, but me and the seniors, we went to hike Moana Trails, which is just a random hiking destination. And it took us about an hour, and it was really in the forest, and it ended at this beautiful waterfall. It was the coolest experience. It might be one of my favorite things I've ever done, obviously with a group of my kiddos. We went to the beach several times. We got to eat out a little bit. But for the most part, it's a basketball tournament, so business as usual. You're trying to get ready to play some basketball games, and I'm just trying to balance both of those. But a really unique experience.
I saw on I guess Instagram y'all posted the on the plane everybody that was sleeping, including yourself there. It was.
I got to get Coach Blakely. He got me bad.
Oh yeah, I snapshotted that picture. I've got that in my folder.
Oh, he did me dirty. But I slept hard. I could sleep anywhere. I could sleep anytime, anywhere. If it's an opportunity to get some shut eye, I'm taking advantage of it because I knew I would need it.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of the boys did too. Yeah, because y'all left pretty early in the morning because
We did. I think we left the high school about 5:45 a.m. And then just loaded up the buses, and some coaches dropped us off, and it was a cool experience. I'm happy everybody returned healthy and in one piece, and that's the nervous thing, and taking a team of young teenagers. But this was a wonderful group of kids. I wouldn't take a group I didn't trust, so we have a great group, and once again, glad we got to experience that together.
Yeah, we were talking the other day or a couple of weeks ago about this. Did y'all get invited to that, or did y'all kind of research and try to find that on your own?
No,
How'd that come about?
I wish if we could just go I would probably go every year if they would just let us. No, it was an invitation. We get invited to a lot of things here recently. Couple of things out in Kansas, couple in California. Sometimes we can't make it work because of our scheduling and district scheduling. A lot of out-of-state teams, they start way later than Texas starts. We actually start our basketball season rather early. So we're usually in our district play when a lot of teams are kind of in their tournament season. But they reached out last year and asked us, and we already had something booked and couldn't make it work. But obviously, after the amazing year we had last year, you kind of reap some of those benefits, and they knew we had a good group coming back and know the history of our program. So, it has some perks to it and being invited to some places.
Sure. Well, let's get into basketball, and wish I could have seen more of it, but these midnight start times in Texas made it hard. So
that, and it was very high tech streaming they were doing.
That's what I heard. I heard it was high level.
For me, the worst part of the streaming, I didn't have any problem necessarily with streaming. The problem was the scoreboard, the left score box was blocked by the basketball goal, and you couldn't see what the score was. That was the tough part for me. But game number one, you scored 101 and won 101-39. So that went pretty well.
Oops.
I thought about you guys that we scored 100. I said y'all would be happy. I hope y'all stay. I knew Nolan was staying up for the game, so I said I'm gonna score 100 for Nolan. That's what that was.
Well, I definitely tried. I did I was up,
Okay.
and I gave up after you could. It was just you couldn't watch the game. It was that bad.
That was for you, Nolan.
I know, and I appreciate it. I better see that during district.
Yes, sir.
I tweeted out the next day when I saw the score. I said, whoever scored that 100th point's getting a magnet from us. So, because we know Sip was saying, don't do it.
You know who it was?
No.
It was Shion.
Oh, was it really? All right. Well, it's good
and
to know.
he actually won the toughie that game.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had like 8 points, like 5-6 rebounds, couple of steals. So it was really cool to get to see him. He actually, he probably won't watch this, so he might. Knowing Shion, he actually probably will. But it was, if you don't know Shion and Neo were our two captains in our program, and Shion might be the best leader I've ever been around. I mean, he's as high level as a student of the game. Has a different role than Neo, obviously, in just being on the court as much. But a very capable, super smart. I mean, one of my favorite kids I've ever been around. So to get to see him win a toughie, man, it was wondrous to the heart. The whole team almost teared up when we presented it, because he actually he has a role with us after each game. It's the coach's decision plus Shion's decision to pick a toughie champion of the game.
Oh.
So he's the player's voice So he came to us and was like, hey, it belongs to Tyson. We need to give it to Tyson. Had a lot of blocks. I was like, okay, we're going to give it to Tyson. And all the coaches knew we were going to give it to Shion. So it was a cool moment to get to experience that.
Yeah, if you remember when we had y'all out here for dinner last year, when we asked the question, who's most likely to be president, all the kids without a hesitation said it was Shion. So that doesn't surprise us at all. Yeah,
100%. He could be anything in the world he wants to be. He's an amazing
pretty
kid.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, you win your first game, and then
Yep.
you go to the second game against a team out of California, Village Christian, and you take a 4-point loss.
Yep. They were really good. They had two young underclassmen. They have the number 1 point guard in California, in Willie Conley Jr. And he's a freshman. And I've coached against some high level guys. I mean, Cade Cunningham when he was a freshman, sophomore, Keontae George when he was a sophomore, Trey Johnson, obviously, 10 to 15 NBA guys I've coached against. And this young man might have been more impressive than every one of those. He was a very special talent. Neo got the best of him, really, but just his poise and his discipline was really good. It was a really good matchup for us. They had a 6'11", another 6'9". I mean, they were loaded head to toe. And we really controlled most of the game, just didn't finish it off the way we needed it to. Obviously, Tyson got hurt in that game. He was playing really good basketball at the time. He was starting to really come into his own. And I want to say he got hurt in the third quarter. And, and being out of your rhythm of shooting every day and getting the film study. And, I thought we responded well, but just didn't have enough in the tank to finish that game off.
Yeah. Did you see any, just before we go to the third game, did you see any effects of jet lag with your guys, or was it?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw some in our coaching staff, but I had to drink 3 or 4 Red Bulls just to keep it going. So my heart was going to explode. But no, I really didn't see it. And we played late. We played 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was midnight our time. And once again, I'm kind of optimistic, so I'm kind of the person that's going to say, no, I didn't see any jet lag, just because I want to believe there wasn't any, that we were tough enough to kind of overcome that. Some of our coaching staff are a little bit more pessimistic, so they might say, yeah, there was a ton of jet lag. Yeah. So I'm not going to give us that excuse, but I could tell we were tired, but also our group really loves basketball, so I think they were able to turn it on when it was time.
Yeah. Well, you get to the third game, and I actually watched all of this one, and I played with the score as much as I could, and I don't know what happened to you guys in this one, because didn't you go into the fourth leading like by 14 or something?
Yeah, we were up probably 25 at one point, and it was a game like that we had a matchup advantage. I felt really good about it, and we got to play everybody. And obviously, sat Neo, his knee was bothering him a little bit. He was kind of feeling under the weather. So were a few other guys. So we tried to load management it a little bit, and still we're playing really well. And then just put it in cruise control and got to experience that winning is still really hard no matter who you're playing, and you can't take things for granted, and any team could beat you on any given night. So I want to say it was pretty eye-opening for us as a staff, and just our players to just understand that, hey, on any given night, any team could beat us if we're not locked in, if we don't finish strong, and if we don't do things that win, no matter who we're playing. So not all losses are bad losses. I thought it was a learning experience for us, for sure.
Well, and you had mentioned this, and we talked before the season started, how one of the things that you felt like you were going to have to coach this year was learning how to win. Absolutely. And that might have been, one of those games where you said, okay, we didn't do what we needed to. Well, you obviously didn't do what you needed to do, but yeah, that like you say, it could have been a good experience for the kids to see that.
And I want to say last year's group learned that as sophomores and freshmen, and even as some juniors in some games as well. We dropped a district game 2 years ago to Geyer. It's a game that we should have won, and quote unquote, we were playing with our food and didn't take care of business the way we should have. And I think every young team has to go through that a little bit, and experience that.
Well, you come home, and waiting for you Tuesday night was McKinney.
Yeah.
And, they obviously have reloaded in many different ways. We'll just say it that way and go from there. And, yeah. But they came in and they're a very different team than they were last year, obviously. And it was quite evident. Y'all got on them pretty good in the first quarter and, held a lead at half. And even in the fourth quarter, you got up by 7 at one point in the fourth quarter. Had a chance to win with 2 free throws with like 2 seconds left, I believe, and it goes to overtime, and you take a 2-point loss. And I guess you've gone back and looked at the tape. I'm sure it was Kadarian's layup late. Was it late?
0.15 seconds late, which, by the way, for him to count it and then wave it off, the naked eye to see a 0.15 second is pretty impressive. However, it was the right call. So
yeah. Well, it was interesting that one guy was very adamant that it was good, and then the other two, after talking about it. But so let's talk about that game, because again, they are very good. They got a lot of excuse me. They had a lot of height, and you were dealing with the loss of Tyson, and then you had a lot of sick kids, and so you were shorthanded. And so, what was your take on it?
Yeah, so there was a tale of two tales. During the game, I thought we played pretty well, according to the cards we were dealt. Obviously, not being our full self, Tyson, Dylan, Matlock Reed, 2 starters not being there, and then Neo just kind of battling the flu before the game and just trying to give us everything he had before it, and a couple of other guys who just weren't feeling all the way fully geared up. But I was proud of their fight. I thought they played really hard. This is why I don't talk to them after the game a lot, because I always like to go down and sit down and analyze the analytics and look at, what went wrong and what went good in the game. And after watching the game, I thought we played pretty poorly. We actually just got our full team back Saturday, so we haven't watched the film together as a team until Saturday, because Neo and Brandon Ellerby and those guys, Dylan was back at practice. But we went through and watched every basket McKinney scored, and we talk all the time about, hey, we have to be the toughest team, and we have to make every team earn every point that they score, and that's what's going to make us different than every other team, that we're going to be resilient and relentless in our defensive side of the ball. And so we went through and watched every point they scored. I think they scored 83. 76 of those points I thought they did not have to earn, which is crazy. That's a large amount. I thought our defense just wasn't to its par that we needed it to be. And crazy thing is, they're a really good basketball team, and we still had several opportunities to win the game. But we didn't do little things that go into winning. We had some bad missed blockouts late, a couple of missed rotations, and watching on the backside of our defense late, a couple of scouting errors that cost us. So, I think it was pretty eye-opening. We had a good heart-to-heart Saturday, and, had a really good practice. And I think that hopefully that opens our eyes and gets us back on track. I say this to every team I've ever been a part of, except for last year's team. Last year's team was a little different. There's a point in the season that you have to have a come to Jesus meeting, where you have to really break it down and really not go in, but I always say I have 3 bullets to fire off. And you can't fire more than 3. You can't fire less than 3 bullets as a coach, because you'll lose them. But that was the opportunity to redirect us as a team and get back to, being resilient and what makes us us. So hopefully that's eye-opening, and we can go take care of business Tuesday.
Hey, Coach, how much of the free throws did you think came into the game, the missed free throws?
They do. Obviously we missed. I think we went 63% from the line. I think we missed 8 or 9. if I'm thinking back correct, and they only missed 3. Obviously that came in, like we could have won the game off of that, but I told Gio, Gio was the guy on the line at the end of the game, like, your play did not lose us the game. We took a lead and then we missed a block out, and instead of having a 3-point lead, it's a 1-point lead because we didn't execute this properly defensively. All right. We have a 1-point lead, and now we didn't make a read on offense. And now we turn over the ball, and now they have a 1 point. Like, all those one possession, those moments in the game, that's what cost us the game. Several little moments where our habits or our toughness didn't set in, and we were unable to make the play. I said, and we're good enough. We had the chance with free throws to still win it, but that didn't cost us. So we just got to get back to being the tougher team, and some guys had to step up and do some different things. Austin had to run some point guard. Kadarian had to run some point guard. There's just some different things we had to do as a group, and hopefully that would just make us better in the long run. Yeah,
we're not concerned. We know you'll be there.
No, just got to get back to getting everybody healthy and playing our style.
Yeah. Are you going to be at full strength Tuesday night?
We will. Yes, and Princeton's really good. We went to go scout. We were off Friday. Princeton should have beat McKinney. Princeton's going to look a lot different than Princeton's looked in the past. Super athletic. I mean, they bullied McKinney. They couldn't finish it down the stretch. If you go look at Max Preps, our district is the hardest strength of schedule district in the state of Texas in 1 through 6A. Duncanville is at second. So our district's really competitive this year. Obviously, we have good coaches in our district, whether y'all agree with that or not. But just kidding. But the teams are a lot better. They're older. It's going to be a battle every given night. And like Prosper took Plano East into overtime the other night, and Prosper's way down according to people around the basketball world, and East is really good. So, like I said, on any given night, you gotta come to work with your hard hat on and ready to play.
Yeah. So Tuesday night you're at Princeton, 7:00 start there, and then Friday night you're at home, and Plano West comes to town.
They do. I actually went to the Plano West game. Plano West versus Plano, really good game. If you thought McKinney was big, wait till you see Plano's roster. I mean, they have like 3 6'10s. They're just wide bodies, huge, massive. I mean, they literally look like a JUCO All-American team. Very good looking on paper. I love that. I need a shirt. I got to win first, but I need a shirt. But Plano West, this is a cool story for you guys. Dylan Matlock Reed on our team. He has 2 younger brothers that play on Plano West team.
Oh,
that are freshmen on varsity, really, really good basketball players.
Why are they over there?
Why is that?
Why are they over there?
Good question. I don't know. Different moms, so they live with mama over there. But one looks identical to Dylan. I mean, I've never met him before. I met one of them, but the other one, I mean, his mannerisms, the way he moved, the way he played, I was like, my gosh, that is a twin if I've seen one. So it'll be challenging both games. But if we play the way we can play and do what we need to do, hopefully we'll come out on top.
Well, we'll look forward to that, and look forward to y'all get back. These are both district games, so you're in district now. And I guess the following Tuesday, I guess the 23rd, that is, y'all have y'all are at Prosper, right?
Yes, at Prosper.
Yeah.
The 23rd. And I want to say that's an early game. I want to say we play at like 4 or something early.
No.
3:30 on Max Preps. That's what they've got. So
there we go. 3:30. Yeah. So get home early for that one. Get my
Yeah.
Christmas shopping done.
You don't have it done yet. I hope Lindsay didn't hear that.
Man, I used to do this shop on New Year, Christmas Eve.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Well, and then after Christmas comes the in and out tournament. I saw y'all release the schedule.
We did.
And y'all play that first night at 6:00.
Yeah.
My recollection is that's Summer Creek, right?
Shadow Creek.
Shadow Creek. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Summer
So
Creek's
my
at the top. But we did it a little different this year. So since it's during district time, I don't like the way that we play basketball, how fast paced we play. It's really hard for high school kids to play 2 games in one day. That's a lot to ask of a group. And really every high school coach has kind of gone away from that. That's why, like, if you look at our schedule right now, we played less games than normally we would have at this time. Just because, like, the McDonald's tournament, you would play 6 games in 3 days. I think, you're just asking for injury for high minute guys like a Neo or some of those guys. So I think we're going to a 3-game format. We're going a Division I and Division II bracket. So it will still be a gold bracket, but there'll be a Division I, Division II, and then doing that all the way down. So you'll still get 3 games. So every game is going to be a little bit more competitive. No easy games. I didn't know who to put us against, to be honest. Usually I try to schedule friendly, but yeah, it's hard to when there's only 8 teams and you got 64 in your bracket. So
yeah. Well, again, that's like the 29th through the 31st, if I remember correctly, of December. So make sure you come out, and if you want to see some good basketball from around the state, and that'd be a good place to catch a bunch of different teams. So
yeah,
it's an opportunity for everyone.
Wonderful basketball. We got a team, Oak Hills, out of California coming. So I think you'll get a chance to see some high-level basketball. I want to say there's like 55 of the top 100 players in Texas that will be there as well. So full opportunity.
Yep. Well, we look forward to seeing you Tuesday night.
Yeah.
We appreciate doing this every Sunday night, and we'll continue to do it as the season rolls along. And we appreciate your time, because we know you need to be down there taking care of Boston and making sure he's force feeding him or whatever needs to be done.
I'm just gonna get on him right now. He's in there dribbling the basketball. You can hear it. The ball is bouncing in the kitchen. He needs to be eating.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Coach, thanks for your time. For the rest of you guys, we all hang on just a minute, and then we will talk to you Tuesday night.
Thanks, Coach.
Look forward to it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah. Y'all have an amazing night. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you hear me, Mark?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know why I can't get the video to work on this iPad. Stupid.